Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show, where we go through it all quickly with some wit. All right, the Trump bond got reduced by 2/3. This is not unexpected to me, and let me tell you something else, too, that nobody's talking about. The reality of it is the fact that the Court of Appeals did that, in my opinion, is indicating what they think about the overall case. I mean, Letitia James, can you imagine what it must be like to be a prosecutor or a lawyer and you know you own the judge? Boy, isn't that comforting, isn't it? But the bottom line is that Letitia James' only response, well, the judgment's not going away. Just so you know how this works, folks, here's what happens. If Trump wins his case, he wins the case. It's all tossed out. He gets his bond money back, and it's over. If he loses his case, whatever amount is left, the bond has to pay. So let's say, for example, the appeal says, okay, you got to pay $50 million. $50 million of the bond is paid. He gets the rest of the money back. If it exceeds the bond, he has to come up with the money to pay the judgment. But the bottom line is this was a massive victory for Trump. Meanwhile, he had to appear in court on Stormy Daniels, total joke of a case. And you know what? The salaciousness of this is such old news. Do you think a single Trump supporter gives a damn about Stormy Daniels? We've all heard the Stormy Daniels stuff. This case is a joke of a case. And I can tell you right now, it's a lot easier to Trump to deal with this after that bond reduction. Big time. Stormy Daniels is a dishonorable whore. She does porn for money. She claims her and Trump had a tryst one time. Even if that is true, what kind of a woman accepts $200,000 and then breaches the agreement right after she enters the agreement? That's the honor of Stormy Daniels. She's a dishonorable whore. Plain and simple. Baltimore. Well, a bridge hit the Key Bridge. A boat hit the Key Bridge. And there's cars in the water. I heard worried about 6 people might have been lost. Crazy stuff. Can you imagine the disruption in a city when something like this happens? And of course, this will spawn plenty of conspiracy theories. Thomas Massey is bitching about Donald Trump, asking for a primary of somebody that he wants to knock out. Once again, Thomas Massey is bashing Trump. Folks, I do not understand why I don't have the endorsement of President Trump at this point in time. I've been poisoned, obviously. Is it Marjorie Greene Taylor and Matt Gaetz continue to block it despite no matter what Massey says? I'm hoping it comes to a point to where Trump says, hell with it. I'm going to endorse Deters. Sorry, Marjorie Greene Taylor and Matt Gaetz. I've had enough of this guy. Maybe that'll happen. Salmon lost his case. The U.S. Supreme Court did not accept the appeal that he lost in the Sixth Circuit against his cases about 5 media outlets. And again, I just want to tell you something, folks. Those settlements that were had, I guarantee you they're not big money. Suing some, people think you sued for $100 million. Oh, they settled. They must have got $100 million. I'll bet you it wasn't even $1 million. Just to let you know. And by the way, I'm on Sandman's side, but the case ain't worth that much. All right, New York cop shot and killed. Where's the outcry? Where's the outcry? Girl, this sweet little girl, 8 years old, was killed, sucked into some kind of pipe at a swimming pool. You know, they had these dangerous drains, but I thought those were all fixed, so I don't know what the facts are of this, but it's sad. Ronna McDaniel. NBC's apparently backing up. Too much backlash of them hiring her. She, of course, is the recent RNC chairman. Ceasefire. The United Nations called for a ceasefire. You think that's going to stop Netanyahu? No. Ron DeSantis signed a bill into law. 14 and under cannot use social media. Good decision. This is scary. 40% of us are going to get cancer sometime in our life. Scary. Big news really yesterday was Diddy's homes, East Coast, Miami, New York, LA, all raided. And he got stopped at the airport. But apparently he's left the country on his private plane. He's not being stopped. Everybody thinks he's fleeing. Who knows where he was going? He might be fleeing, but he might have just been planning a trip somewhere. He's a jet setter. But a lot of serious allegations about P. Diddy. The question is, are they going to find some salacious human trafficking kind of stuff? We'll see. Elon Musk says we need a red wave. I agree. Elon Musk says if he has to, he can build chips here. Get started, please. True Social started trading public stock today. Donald Trump's net worth went up about $3 billion. Boeing executives are out. They are resigning. 68-year-old CEO is out. Boeing's got lots of problems. Biden, if TikTok was such a threat to this country, why is Joe Biden and Kamala still using it? Just ask him for a friend. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, American jury and Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. Tristan Bean is accused of punching one deputy and trying to reach his gun while kicking another and knocking him off his body cam. This all happened out at the Florence Motor Speedway. You can check out the video. Marvin Moriers Jr. beating up a homeowner for hours, sentenced to prison. You know what? Unbelievable. You know how much time he got? 100 years. 100 years. In local news, I reported this on national news too. Sandman lost his appeal. The United States Supreme Court refused to take his loss at the Sixth Circuit, so therefore his cases are over. This was against like 5 media companies left. In Kentucky, health insurers again win lobbying battle with doctors and hospitals over prior authorizations of procedures and treatment. I got to dig into this a little bit, but it sounds like what they were trying to do is if it's pre-approved, you pay faster, but it failed. All right, Massey trashes Trump. You know why he's mad about Trump? He's mad about Trump wanting to have a primary Representative Laurel Lee in Florida. I'm primarying him. Why can't he endorse me? Governor appoints leaders all across the state. We're going to have more about that. All these appointments, we'll have more to report on that tomorrow. In Ohio news, somebody was rewarded $1.75 million. An Ohio woman wrongfully imprisoned for 18 years. Would you give up 18 years for $1.75 million? Hell no. And Senator Sherrod Brown is getting a lot of backlash. He's the Democrat, claiming he's tough on the border when it's not the case. This is the guy Marino's going to beat. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.
Hello again. You're watching Eric Deters World News. This is Jamie Spindley. The latest headlines. Early hours this morning, tragedy struck Baltimore, Maryland, as the French Scott Key Bridge collapsed following a collision with a large container boat, the MB Dali from Singapore. The incident, which occurred around 1:30 this morning, led to a column in the central part of the bridge catching fire, ultimately resulting in its collapse. Amongst the wreckage, multiple vehicles, including tractor-trailer-sized vehicles, fell into the river below. Authorities are investigating the cause of the collision and assessing the extent of the damage. Brazil Rocky Southwest region, especially the state of Espírito Santo and Rio de Janeiro, is hurting from devastating floods and landslides caused by heavy rains. At least 25 people have lost their lives and thousands more have been forced to flee their homes as rescue operations race against time to save trapped citizens. With the situation described as chaotic by authorities, soldiers, firefighters and rescue dogs are tirelessly working to reach affected areas. And shockwaves pulsate through Ecuador's political landscape following the tragic death of Brigitte Garcia, the country's youngest mayor, at just 27 years old. Garcia, who won the election last year, was found shot dead alongside a press officer in the car in the town of Jacinta. No arrests were made, and the motive behind the attack unclear. The community mourns the loss of a promising young leader. That's the latest headlines. Until tomorrow, stay safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, the American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to Sports Without Boundaries. I might watch this game. Indiana State, that's Larry Bird's alma mater. Got that real big guy with the glasses, looks like a dork, but he's really good. Playing UC tonight at 9 o'clock in the NIT. Damian Harris, formerly of the New England Patriots, also Buffalo Bills last year, 1-year contract, doesn't have a contract and Alabama, after 5 years in the NFL, is retiring. Jonte Porter, the center of the Toronto Blue Jays, is under investigation for making prop bets regarding him. I'm telling you, folks, this gambling, it's going to be a disaster. Ohtani says he didn't do it. Isn't a gambler, didn't do anything. Pete Rose had a funny remark. Pete Rose says, I wish I had an interpreter back in the day. Chargers got the number 5 pick. And it's like having the number 1 pick because they have already got a great quarterback. So they're going to get to pick the best non-quarterback player available. Pretty crazy. What if it's Harrison? John Calipari apparently meets with athletic director Mitch Barnhart of University of Kentucky today to discuss his future. But Calipari, based upon his comments yesterday, seems like he's confident he isn't going anywhere. Yuck. Dana White says he'll be loyal to Rogan till the end and vice versa. They're going to retire together. And word came out that Dana White helped save Rogan's job from getting canceled. All right, Sean Casey will throw out the celebrity first pitch. Are you going to opening day? SEC's not doing very well in the NCAA, but Tennessee and Bama are still there. We'll see what happens. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, Americans here in Bulldog Nation, welcome to Pop Culture. Arnold Schwarzenegger had a pacemaker put in. Irregular heartbeat. He's had 3 heart surgeries. I have to take lots of steroids over the years for many times. My heart got very big. Look at these big old muscles. My heart is also big. I need a pacemaker, Bulldog. But I'll be back. Thank you, Jamie, for that production input. Minnesota billionaire wife Cargill. By the way, the Cargill is like the 3rd or 4th richest family in the world. There are a whole bunch of billionaires buying up little parts of this little Minnesota town, and now everybody's upset about it. Crazy. Rebel Wilson says the A-list a-hole in her memoir was Sasha Cohen, or whatever his name is. HBO clarifies Euphoria status. Season 3 is delayed. I wonder if we'll get to see more of nudity in this. That's all it is. It's terrible. All right, Princess Kate. Why would anybody pick on Princess Kate? She's the epitome of class. I mean, why do people want to tear down Princess Kate? Came out yesterday that not only is she battling cancer, but in the past she supported cancer causes, including giving 7 inches of her beautiful hair donated to a little girl. You know what? That's what happened to my hair. I donated it all to good causes.
I thought so.
Shut up, Jamie. I'm having a bad run in chess, and it's put me in a bad mood this morning. He's on the verge of winning March. But I'll come back. This is the Bulldog. I'll be back. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. I'm taking applications for a new producer.